told me a love story of a woman born before him. He said, but I knew her from before, and at the moment of conception, there was an eternal connection. And although I didn't know it then, I'd fight for her affection. It's this war we've been waging since day one of creation. And only when you lose her do you learn to appreciate her. Like even when I'm with her, I'm itching to get rid of her. And she only gives you one shot. Blow it and she's gone. And I took advantage of her. That's why I'm telling you this, son, you can't rush her or slow her down. You better keep her on your side. She will slip through your fingers like sand.
Today we'll be talking about being a military wife or a military significant other or spouse. And also going to be hitting some of those stereotypes we ran across along the way. Some good and some not so good. So first of all, we're going to start with Adrian because she ready.
Okay, so one stereotype I've come across that we all just want it for the money.
Oh God!
If we wanted it for the money, I think we would have went and married a doctor or a lawyer or something out there, because being with a military person does not mean you're gonna have money.
No, it doesn't. It's just like having any other regular job, except he has a little bit more income. And if you don't know how to spend the income or budget properly, you still gonna have no money.
Yeah. So that one pisses me off right now.
That's a pretty bad one.
I don't just sit home and just wait for him to come home. I don't plan on having 12 babies and staying home and just cooking and cleaning, or some people say we don't do anything at all. We just wait for the we eat bonbons and we wait for the checks to come in so we could go to PS and shop. Yeah. So that's furthest from the truth. I am an individual. I get up, I go to work, I clean my house, I make my husband happy.
Make dinner, I make breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Exactly.
And still go to work. We still take care of our household duties.
It's hard.
And it's not easy.
It's very hard, and you gotta deal with being by yourself a lot. You better like yourself. You better like yourself a lot. I got 2 dogs because I get bored. And I need somebody to yell at when he's not home.
And when they deploy, you need the dogs to keep you safe.
Yeah.
Because I have 2 big dogs. I have a lab and a boxer.
Yeah, I have a Lhasa Apso and a Shih Tzu. I want to get bigger dogs, but we live in an apartment, and
I live in an apartment too.
They would take over.
My dogs take over. They do what they want to do. They don't care. But the thing about having a dog is you feel safe because her dog, I call her dog the alarm system, because you can't walk nowhere near her door without her dog's barking.
Yeah.
My dogs do the same thing. So they gonna take you down if you try to walk through my door. But
being in the military, you gotta deal with alone time. You gotta deal with long deployments.
That's the hard part.
Being independent, to think that sometimes you're gonna have to run your whole house by yourself and then reintroduce them back into being in the family and
being in society. Period. When they come back home, their mind frame is so totally different from when they were not home.
Yeah.
Because when they go over there, their instincts again, they just trying to survive or whatever the case may be, wherever their job is, and they get over there. And when they come home, they haven't had to deal with so many different people. Like, it's just totally. I remember like when Will came back, I can use him for instance. I remember when Will came back, his first thing was over there they had a routine. They do the same thing every day. You see the same old people every day, just the same thing. Then you come back over here, everything is so random. Everything is just different.
You gotta also be used to change. If you don't like change, then this is not for you.
This is not for you. Because they move.
Moving. You better like to travel, or have some flexibility with traveling, or you're gonna be by yourself, or the kids are not gonna be able to go with you and him, and the family can go to the next duty station. If you're stuck in just being where you're at, you're never really gonna get the full experience of being a military wife, because you do get not the leisure travel, like, oh, I want to go here and there, but you do get to go to some great places that you can see and learn a lot of different things.
And another thing is, when you do get to travel, you need to be friendly. Because you go somewhere else looking crazy, being mean to other people, you ain't gonna never meet no new people, ain't gonna have no new friends wherever you go. And the good thing about being a military spouse or a military wife, no matter where you go, if you are a friendly person, you're a loving person, you will always make friends. That way you won't be alone when he's gone. You always have somebody there.
Yeah, like, those deployments are not easy to get through,
easy
especially when you're moving to a whole nother state. You changed your life. You don't have a job. You don't have any friends. You have no family. Like, you can just go down the street and say, hey, I'm here. No, that's all gone. You're by yourself. You're starting over. You're meeting new people. You're probably learning some new words at the same time because you're in different states. You're not in the north or you going to the south, whatever. It's different. And you have to adjust. But meeting people that are in the military has made it easier for me.
Same here.
It made it easier because now I have someone who can relate to me. And it makes me feel like I'm not crazy. Like when I say, you know, like, what is going on?
And another thing that's good about having people, other spouses that's in the military, you just kind of, it's like this this connection you have, I guess you can say, because you all have something in common. Mm-hmm. But there's bad side to being a military spouse, because that's what she's talking about, the stereotypes that come along with it that are not so good. Yeah. There are a lot of bad military wives out there too, or spouses, period. The ones who cheat on their spouses when they go away for deployment. Mm-hmm. And that's bad.
We've all heard the stories firsthand, secondhand, and the whispers and the commissary when
women bragging to you about it.
Yeah,
that's not good.
They are what makes being a military wife a little bit harder, because they put that shadow against us that says we're only with them for the money. Yeah. And if you knew how much money it is, you'd be like, oh hell. I just give me a regular job. And I just be fine. But being a military wife is different. It's fun. At times, you get to see and do a lot of things.
There's a lot of perks with them.
But we're not just sitting here cleaning. We're not just sitting here. We're not just sitting here. Exactly.
We have jobs. Yeah. We go to work every day, and we still take care of things.
And we want to be a provider just like him. We don't want it just to be a one-person household, everything doing on one. Sometimes that is what you're going to have, though, because sometimes you are going to have to take it and just be home. Because where you're at that point in time, you can't just get up and get a job, or you have to go through so many more loopholes because you're not in the military, he's in the military. So you have to be their backbone, their support. Yeah. You got to understand, like, yes, they are going to cry about some things, but, when they are crying about certain things, you need to say, like, okay, I'm there for you. But sometimes they're just going to bitch a lot. But
you don't know what and whether you're a husband or a spouse is in the military or whether he's out in the regular workforce, you don't know what they deal with every day at work. Mm-hmm. And being a man, they deal with so much that even though we're female, we just talk about you and call it a day, and we be done with it. But they don't do like that. They go to work and they deal with so many things. Mm-hmm. And you don't want them when they come home. You don't want to have the attitude where when he comes to the door, you're already nagging at him and acting crazy. You want him to come home. When he comes home, you want him to have the mind frame that he still comes to a peaceful atmosphere. Yeah. Somewhere where he can just...
Where he wants to come home.
Yeah, where he'll come in and worry about you going crazy.
I've heard the stories of the men that rather stay at work
than
till
go
6,
home.
7 o'clock, because when he walks through that door, it's like another 3-4 times job. It's like a job to control her or to get her to see where he's coming from. Yeah. You gotta kind of have to step it down a little bit when you're in a military relationship, because they're dealing with such high pressure and stress.
They deal with so much, because you think about all the people that's over them, commanders and all the different ranks. There's so many.
Oh, that's another one. When a military wife throws her husband's rank into your face,
okay. Like, nobody.
Why do I care, ma'am? Like,
I don't care.
I don't care. Like, you're checking my check. Who cares? Like, it doesn't make a difference. He's another person.
And I hate when they do that. I hate when they do this on my everlasting nerve. Mm-hmm. Like a bag of chips or something. Doritos.
And he had to work from the same place that everybody else is working to get where he's at. So
you make more money, you spend more money. So don't act like you got like all the billions of dollars wrapped up in your piggy bank. I mean, like,
you spending it just as fast as everybody else is. Yep. So throwing your rank in my face and telling me,
I don't care.
We personally don't care
We don't
because
care.
we hardly even know like that about our husbands.
We don't care. We all
like
know is they
we're
go to work.
we are individuals and we stand apart. We know that we have goals for the future and we're still progressing for our goals. We get up, we go to school, work, take care of kids if that's what it is. We're not just eating bonbons, watching Ricky.
Like somebody said.
Yeah.
They said, eat bonbons over there, wait for our husband's checks to come
in. But the funny part is everybody else knows when their checks is supposed to come in except for us. They know the 1st and the 15th, but damn, I didn't know that. Like, where's the memo?
But like, as we were saying earlier, in any relationship, whether it's military or regular civilian life, like, it's for any spouse actually. What you think? For any spouse having a peaceful atmosphere, don't have nobody coming home to a chaotic home. Nobody want to come home to a chaotic home. Even with kids, like nobody want to do that.
It's just, you don't want to come home to a loud house when you got to work dealing with people all day. You want to come home to a nice, peaceful, relaxed house where you can go lay in your bed if you feel like it.
And just do what you want to do. If you feel like combing your hair for the next 20 hours, comb your hair. I mean, when they come home and when you come home, you just want peace. And as a military wife or a military spouse, that's one thing that me, Adrian, personally, and Tasia,
we gonna get her young military man because there are great men out there. They do protect and serve, and they provide that for their relationship too. They protect and they serve you, and there are a lot that are committed to just their relationship, and not
cheating on you.
Yeah, but
I don't want to hear how everybody, like all the women, I never heard a lot of women say that every man cheat. Every man does not cheat. Every woman does not cheat.
Yeah.
There are a couple of faithful women out there and a couple of faithful men out there. Yeah. Not everybody cheats.
You gotta find that one that meets that same criteria as you.
I already know my criteria is you cheat, then I'm out.
Bye.
Exactly.
I go find me another one. So,
that won't cheat.
Don't say cheat. But back to what we're saying is just be a friendly person
and support your military families around you. Like, if you know someone is in the military or deployed, like, not saying that you have to be their best friends, but just asking them, are you okay? Do you need anything?
Taking some cookies every once in a while, some cakes or something.
We love
Make dinner for them. All the good food. Make some fire hot wings. I mean, you're supposed to be there for each other.
So that family support that we provide for each other is really great too, because when they are gone, they're gone, but we fill that void for them, keep them busy, and we keep working and going and keeping them involved in that. At the same time, you have to keep them involved.
Good ideas, like when I really have to be deployed, like I did videos, took pictures of the dogs, because Silver kind of grew real fast on that. So I made sure I took pictures of his little bad stuff all the time.
And some duty stations that they go to by themselves don't have Skype or Uvu and stuff like that. So
they can check their emails sometimes.
You gotta write in them. And I remember I used to write all my little letters.
So
I still have them. Yeah. But it's cool because you get that stamp from saying, this is coming from Korea. Or this is coming from this place.
You get to keep them.
And scrapbook them and have your memories.
Because if you can't talk to each other when he's deployed, then I don't know how you're talking to each other when he's home. Because their relationships should not change.
Yeah.
I mean, I know long distance relationships are hard, but if you can make it through a long distance relationship, you can make it to just about anything.
But you have to remember that in the military, a lot of it will be a long distance relationship.
A lot of it. Deployments are like any minute, like. You just never know.
You can think you're going to this student station and you're going to be there
for a while.
For 2-3 years. And then he's gone and you're there. And you're like, hell, I would have stayed home if I knew he would have left. But that's what you get.
That's what you sign up for.
Yeah, you go places and you're in the military. But we're not sitting at home, twiddling our thumbs.
But as you said, being an individual, like, that way when he's gone, he don't have to worry about you think you finna get robbed, think he ain't got no food, no clothes, or nothing. I just said, you can't always contact them when they're deployed. That's one thing I've learned. You cannot always contact them.
And your finances have to be together. If it's not together when he's there, it's going to be even worse
when he's gone, because you never know what happened. He can't wire money every time something bad happens because he may not be able to reach it.
Yeah.
So
you have to have your backup plans, and you have to have the people. You can be shy and by yourself, but you need to know that if you need someone, you can call someone, especially when you move out to a different area. It's hard, especially in like the country areas that you move to where there's nothing there.
You ain't got no signal. Hospital like 4 hours away. You might die, but
it's not that bad.
I'm just joking. But really, like she said, you just have to be prepared and make sure your finances are together before he gets.
And make sure you're with him because you love him, not because of his money. Yeah,
that's a no. Money would not make you happy, no much or no matter how much you have.
Never. You have to love him.
There are plenty of people who rich, still unhappy, depressed, and suicidal,
and they're giving their money away because they want to feel better about themselves and
the charities and this banquet and that banquet. Miserable.
You can give me some of your money. I'm out. Just saying. But we're gonna go now. But that's our little bit of advice for military spouses, wives, significant others, girlfriends, whoever you may be. Just know, keep your head up and be an individual. Do not forget yourself. Do not forget to be you. Yeah. But also make sure you're his backbone.
There's also a lot of Facebook pages and stuff like that where, like, if you're moving to a different country, they have a Facebook page to show you, like, what you need to know about the currency, places to live, should you live on base, off base, rental Facebook pages about whatever country you're moving to if you need to get a place. Just support within the state that you're in. If you feel like you don't know anybody, you can post on Facebook, you know, hey, I live in this town, and I have so-and-so kids, how many kids, and, you know, do you know any play dates and stuff like that you can do so you can start learning people? Because I don't live on base. I prefer not to live on base. No. But go ahead.
Is it better to live off base than on base?
It's better to live off base.
You get your money.
Then you get your BH.
You get your money, and you get to spend your money how you choose when you live on the base. They just take it. And
they hit you with all kinds of fees. Half the time I don't know what the little fees we talking about.
But living on base for some people is better because they have their kids. Their kids go on base. They already are on base, so they can walk to school and they can walk home, or it's closer ranges.
With you live on base. If anything go down, somebody start bombing or attacking, you know for sure you're gonna be safe when you're on base. They're gonna lock it down. Yeah. Out here, you just kind of just hope nobody attacks.
It's hard. It's fun. It's an experience. Don't take it too seriously. Don't put in your head, oh my God, I'm gonna be a military wife. I'm gonna have so much money.
Don't be stuck up. Oh Lord, people be stuck up. Oh my God, there's so many military spouses that I've come in contact with are so stuck up, like they're better than anybody else. Just because your husband's in the military doesn't have to be stuck up. Like, you was a civilian once, you know. You were
exactly. And they're still a regular person. They are a regular person. They just protect and serve our country, and we love them.
We're very thankful for that.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. So we'll talk to you later.
Bye.